speculate. I'd rather go back and read.
Yeah, actually, but
and figure it out later.
But thanks to Ernest.
Thanks, Ernest.
And we have another local caller. Jake is on line 1.
Jake.
Yes.
In Austin.
Even though my friend's an atheist, she still worries about this war and why it started and how it started. See,
Wait, which war?
Wait, which one? Because there's a few going on.
The war, I think there's still a war in Iraq.
Oh, there's that one, yeah.
All right.
And probably
That's
Afghanistan,
the one
too.
I was talking about. That's why she's so scared of that one.
Yeah.
Because she has a uncle that's stationed over there.
I would be scared, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though she's atheist, she still comes to me for comfort.
And wait, and you are not an atheist?
No, I'm actually Baptist.
All right.
Okay.
But I assume you're a good friend also.
Yeah, I'm a very good friend.
Okay.
Actually,
well, cool. Well, good.
I'm a friend of her family. Her mother treats me like I'm her own son.
Oh, that's nice.
That's sweet. And when I'm worried about stuff, I also go to my good friends, regardless of their beliefs.
Yeah. That's what friends are for.
And I tell her, you know, a war's a war.
That's a very astute observation, yes.
And also, I think that the president, before Obama, knew about the 9/11 incident and didn't do anything about it.
Well, I think that one is up for some debate. But
Yeah.
That's what started most of these wars.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'd put it a little bit differently, okay?
Okay.
I would say that President Bush, whether he knew, and to an extent, I think that, okay, it is a known fact that, I mean, we're certainly not going to get into frickin' truthism here, but yes, there were memos circulating from intelligence that Al-Qaeda in the summer of 2001 was going to plan some attack, and reportedly the administration at the time, the Bush administration, didn't do a whole lot to stop that, or didn't take the warning seriously or what have you. So consequently, we got hit. And this ended up being used as the pretext to invade Iraq, which was a country that had nothing to do with 9/11, but which the administration...
And was acknowledged by Bush later to have nothing to do with 9/11.
But they were wanting to invade Iraq anyway because they wanted to depose Saddam, get a pro-U.S. See, your cat even agrees with me. It's a sort of, you know. So yeah, so there's a complex politics going on there. But getting back to the original thing, yeah, I mean, certainly your friend is worried about her uncle, and so we're glad that you're there to, you know, be a friend to her and all that good stuff. So hopefully her uncle comes home safe and sound, and we get this stupid war over with.
And I had an uncle, how do I say this? I had an uncle that used to work in the Pentagon, the one that was hit.
Yeah, as opposed to the other one, right?
And I wanted to know if, I mean, he's already dead. I already know that. There's no getting him back.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Right?
Sorry to hear that.
Unless Christianity is true. But
And I'm like, you know what, Bush can do, you know, even though he's out of office now, he can do whatever he wants, or so he thinks.
Okay, he can think that. That doesn't make it a reality.
Yes, let's hope that that is not the case, shall we say?
I mean, I hope it's not the case. No.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay. So did you have a question for us concerning your friend?
actually, yes.
Okay.
How do I tell her without, you know, hurting her feelings, saying that her uncle will possibly come home?
Well, I mean, you don't know that. I mean, it's nice and comforting sometimes to make up an answer which the person wants to hear and is comforting. And a lot of people are happy with that, but it's a question of how much you value accuracy over making someone feel good about themselves.
Yeah, I would say maybe the better thing to do would be to just be there to listen, to be someone who listens when she just needs to talk and needs to vent.
Yeah, because when people are worried about stuff, they don't always want you to either tell them what they want to hear or, you know, or fix stuff for them. Sometimes they do just want you to listen.
Yeah, so, you know, that could just be all she needs. You know, just to
That's what good friends do.
And just a reminder that her uncle's a very brave man, and you know, he is, and she should be very proud of him. Even, you know, even though the war is nothing to be proud of, at least he's serving and he's out there risking his neck. So, you know, she can at least be proud that in knowing that she's got a brave man for an uncle.
Of course, of course.
So, all right. Well, so anything else?
No, I appreciate your help, though.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jake.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah,
You're
you take
welcome.
care, and our best wishes to your friend, too.
And her
Thank you.
uncle.
Likewise.
So, all right, just keep going down the line there.
Why
with
not?
Neil in Toledo.
Neil? Hello?
Yes.
Hi, you're on.
All right. I had two questions, and I guess you probably, I don't know, won't have time for both. So,
Yeah, we'll just...
my one question, you can decide which one you want. I have one question that's on topic, and one question, well, the on topic one I think is probably kind of boring. The one that's not.
Let's just hear them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the on topic one has to do like if you are an atheist couple, all right, and you know you want to get married, and you want to have the whole celebration. You know, you want to swear your love and commitment to each other in front of all of your family and friends.
Sure.
But you're an atheist. You're an atheist couple, so you're not going to go to a church to do it. So how does an atheist couple have a wedding ceremony?
My sister had a very nice outdoor ceremony with, well, she had a rabbi, so I guess that's not a good answer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there are lots of people who are ordained. You can have justices of the peace. You can even get a mail order ordination, and I have seen more than one wedding by just wacky friends who were licensed to perform marriages. So, you know, there's a lot of options. I don't know, Google atheist weddings for ideas.
I got married on a riverboat.
Oh,
Up and down, yes.
sounds very nice.
Yes, so it was a fun time. That's just about the only fun time in my marriage. But, so yeah, there's all sorts of non-church options for getting married.
I've heard
It's,
of crazy nerds who have ceremonies in World of Warcraft.
Yes, so they should be severely beaten. But we're talking about normal, sane people who don't play World of Warcraft when they're supposed to be doing other things like hosting a TV show. Get married in nice situations where actually, you know, there's all kinds of options. So just, it's your imagination's the limit in terms of getting married.
Okay.
So like go scuba diving or something, get married underwater.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you don't even need a ceremony, so anything that you stick on to some person saying you're now married is just totally up to you.
Yes. You could all, you could all dress as mice, or just, I mean, just whatever you want to do. There's just no limits to how you marry. So,
Okay, get out the last question, and then we'll move on to, I think, the last caller
having
after
too much
you.
fun with that one. Go.
Okay. The other question is, how would you be able to explain naturalistically how a Buddhist monk is able to burn himself to death in protest? Would this not be evidence that the consciousness can leave the body?
Well,
your question is
are
written on screen is, how do they
combustible.
not feel pain? I bet they feel a lot of pain.
I bet they do, yeah.
I bet they feel a great deal of pain. They may have drunken themselves into a stupor before doing the whole setting themselves on fire thing. I don't know. I just would say that while that may be a legitimate, if rather extreme form of protest, I think it's quite simply nuts and, you know, not something we'd condone. Because I suspect setting yourself on fire, there's pain involved.
Yeah, and, you know, or, I mean, there's plenty of ways people could actually not feel pain, like if they had no nervous system or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, certainly
like...
nothing that requires a supernatural explanation.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Hope we answered. And, okay, Simon
In Grand Rapids,
Grand
we have,
Rapids.
No. Did we lose him? Okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's...
Fine, I'm still here.
Okay,
here
we
you
got
go.
like a minute, Simon. Sorry.
No, we got a couple
Okay,
minutes.
I'll try to make it quick. A few episodes ago, you had Daryl Ray on regarding the about talking about his God virus book.
Yes, I remember that
months
show.
ago,
Yeah.
And I went to a CFI lecture when he was in Michigan, and I could see his point, but I also saw a lot of problems with it as far as explanatory power.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. He was a nice guy when he was on. He gave credible defense of his position when he was on the show. I've since read some of his book. I haven't read the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, my question to him on the program still stands, which is, why is it more helpful to think of ideas like religion as memes rather than just you have ideas that catch on, you have ideas that don't catch on.
Right.
Some, you know, there is.
Let the caller talk.
So.
And I had an alternative suggestion. If I have enough time, I'll try to make it incredibly brief.
Okay.
I had the misfortune of working at GNC for about 3 years, which they sell a lot of homeopathy and a lot of BS, and it took time as I learned about it and went to like Stephen Barrett's like Quackwatch website, realized it was all pseudoscientific bullcrap, and I quit. But in the process of working there, I saw so many very strong, almost identical, if not identical, parallels between snake oil and religion. I mean, right almost to the letter. For example, a lot of it was creating an imaginary problem or finding a real problem. And, of course, discrediting the experts while you're at it, like scientists in modern medicine, and offering a BS cure for it. And it seems to me religion, if not all of them, has found a real problem, death, and are selling a BS cure for it and trying to make systems that make you dependent on that religion. You know, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do.
I mean, if you go to... there's some websites and stuff regarding that. The MDs, nonprofit websites, the MDs are devoted to it, and you go right down the letter. Right when I quit, I actually said, I can't do this. I've researched this, and there's enormous amounts of peer-reviewed research that says this is all nonsense. And his response was, well, if you believe in it, or the other one was, well, you can't read about that stuff too much, or you'll start believing it.
Yeah.
And the thought process is exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, if you can sell somebody hope, you've got a sale.
Right.
So.
They're also similar in the fact that both of them make a lot of money for the people who position themselves right.
Very true. Very true. Anyway, we're done.
Out of time.
So thank you for the call.
Thanks.
Good observation.
Thanks to our great crew. Meet us at Threadgills in a little while, and it's been a blast. And thanks.
A memorable program.
Bye.
Bye.